If you're looking for a person who doesn't know that much about makeup, but still tries to get herself together most days, well, I got a little makeup tutorial for you. I got you. I am Juli Bauer Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleoMG. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here to share my food, my wellness, and my fitness tips, as well as a little makeup from time to time to help you live your best damn life. Today, we're gonna be talking about makeup because something I am not a professional at is exactly that. But okay, nobody taught us how to do makeup from an early age. I mean, if you had a parent who did that or a friend who did that, that is amazing. Now, we luckily have YouTube to turn to, but I turn to all these amazing makeup YouTube vloggers and I can't really connect with them because they have like 47 products that they use and it's very overwhelming and they're showing all these crazy contour techniques and I just don't have time for that. And I'm guessing you don't either. And so I thought I might as well share what I like to use because I find it helpful when my friends on Instagram share products they're loving and I'm always screenshotting everything. So I wanted to share everything in one video. Now let's be clear. Do I know what I'm doing? No, okay? No. But do any of us know what we're doing? We're just figuring it out along the way. So we're gonna be figuring it out together today. And I'm gonna be showing how I make this everyday makeup look with just a few simple products. Okay, that was terrible. You know what I'm saying? With just a few simple products. Are you ready? Let's clear this face off and get started. So I already put a primer on. This is Tula Prime of Your Life primer. I use a primer sometimes and don't other times. And I honestly don't know if I see that big of a difference, like everybody says to use one, so whatever. Now, I tried 9 or 10 different foundations and CC creams. So many different ones to try. And this one is my absolute favorite. Everybody's skin type is obviously so different and your want and need for coverage is completely different. So not saying that you're gonna love this one, but I do. This is the It Cosmetics, the Your Skin But Better CC cream. That's what all the makeup chicks do, okay? Now, all I do is I put a little bit on my hand and then I have this foundation brush. This is a Tarte foundation brush that just came with foundation once when I was trying it and I just love it. It's really thick and fluffy and so I just dip a little bit in my hand and this CC cream goes such a long way so you really don't need to use much, which is so cool. So I'll just mix it in and you can see I have a little redness here going on and so I'll just blend that in. And I just do little circles until it blends nice and even. Going under the eyes, even though I'll use a little bit of, I don't know, what's it called? Concealer. I know a lot about makeup. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this all around my face to get everything to blend nice and evenly. And then I'm gonna use a blender, a little blender guy that's nice and dirty to blend everything in just to make sure there's no streaks. Because sometimes I find that these foundation brushes leave a little bit of streaks depending on how much you use. If you use a little bit too much foundation, I'll do that. But what I like to do is blend a little bit down onto my neck as well. So I usually put tanner all over my body. I love some fake tanner, but I don't like putting it up onto my neck or my face because on my neck, I'm just getting older, so I just have lines there. And so as the tanner starts to wear off a little bit, I feel like those lines look even more intense because it just settles in the lines. Not like the cutest look. So I don't do it there. And then on my face, since I've been so acne prone my whole life, I just don't want to mess with my face. I keep things pretty simple on my skin these days. And so I just don't do it. Now, that means I'll blend my makeup a little bit down and I'm gonna add some bronzer on top to hopefully mix a little bit with the color of my skin, my tan fake skin. What I love about this CC cream is even though it's a CC cream, which is not quite as thick as foundation, from what I understand, it really covers up a ton of redness. So I have a little redness going on for some reason over here, and it's just gonna completely hide it. It's freaking awesome. I love this stuff. Now I still have some foundation left on my hand. You really don't need much. A little bit goes such a long ways, and then I end up wasting stuff. So start smaller, you can always add, and I just wipe that off my hand. But now I just use the like to use the little blender squishy ball. Is that what it's called? A blender squishy ball, and I just pat everything in just to keep everything even so you don't have any of those weird streaks that happen. And then I'm gonna put a little concealer under my eyes. Get this all dabbed in, dabby dab. And then I do concealer under my eyes. So this is the Tarte Double Duty. Okay, it has like 47 names. Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. Ultra creamy it up twice, okay? She's ultra creamy. This stuff goes such a long ways. You need such a small amount, or you get those like creases under your eyes. So I'm gonna use this concealer under my eyes. I saw this on like a TikTok trend or Instagram trend or something. So you just put it, dab a little bit right under your eye, and then right by the side, okay? Instead of making, I don't know, I used to do that whole thing, like full, like V underneath. I would do this big concealer amount. And this is supposed to like lift your face and just give you an eye lift. I don't know anything about it, but I try it. And I like to think that it does. So with this concealer, I just let it sit for a little bit, because if you start mixing it in right away, that's when it starts to kind of clump in the creases under your eyes or any fine lines or wrinkles. So I let it dry for a minute or two, and then I just blend it in with my little blender squishy ball. What I hate about watching makeup videos is there's so much complicated stuff with contouring. And I'm like, well, I'm never gonna buy all that makeup and put all those different shades on my face. So what I love is this IT Cosmetics Your Most Beautiful You. This has bronzer, it has blush, and it has some highlighter. And so it's just so nice to have all three in one. You don't have to deal with all these different shades, and it's a powder. And why I like a powder compared to like a contour stick is because, and this is just me personally, I get little flyaway hairs. I lost hair from stress a few years ago, and these hairs have been growing back. So they're about this long and they stick to my head. And so I tend to like pull them off my face all the time. And if I'm using like a stick contour, the makeup comes off and I just have all these weird spots all over my face. So I find that the powder sets a little bit better for my own skin. Okay, we can probably rub this in by now. So all I do is just travel in and up from the eye and then take that inside. And then I'll also take this up onto my eye as well. So up. Are you learning so much? Are you like, yeah, I know what a concealer is. Okay, Julie? Ugh. So I'll come in and a little dab, just nice and light. Be all light with your little sensitive, thin skin eyes. We're just always getting older here. Okay, blend it in. I'm sure I look like 15 years younger because I just did the eye lift. You're welcome for that one. Now, I just use, I have these little brushes. It's like nothing fancy, nothing cool. Probably needs to be cleaned. It's, you know, nothing great. But I'm gonna take the bronzer and I'm just gonna pull like the brush just to a little angle. And I just like to dab it a little bit. And then I tend to slap it a little bit on the mirror because I'm never gonna use that mirror. It's a pretty good mirror, honestly. But I start coming up here, and this is my contour routine. Contour. I don't know anything about contouring. Don't ask me to ever shape a nose. I will make my nose look bigger. But I'm like, okay, I can do a cheekbone. I know where my cheekbone is. And this one's so simple. So I start there and come up, and then I let the brush start to fold out a little bit, and then I start blending it into my face. So the darkest spot I'm gonna take onto my cheekbones, and then as the makeup comes off a little bit, then I can just pull it onto the rest of my face so I don't have any of those dark streaks from the bronzer. Are we supposed to do that? I don't know. I always get nervous on these, like, am I doing makeup right? Nobody taught me. They don't teach you this in school. My mom doesn't wear makeup. I had to figure this shit out on my own, obviously. So we come here and up, and that contour starts to take shape. You're like, oh, hello cheekbone, no big deal. And my cheekbones have definitely disappeared a bit during pregnancy. And so it's nice to show one off, you know, or two off. I miss them. So then I just blend it down. Blend, blend, blend. Make sure I start with my cheekbone, and as that makeup comes off, that powder comes off, I just blend it all over. Oh, it's so simple. All of this in one, because I'll do my blush next and then my highlighter, and I don't have to have a million different things in my makeup bag. Okay, let's keep blending. Just light, just so I can match the rest of my fake tan skin everywhere else. Now, same thing with the top of my forehead. So I'm just doing a little contouring here. I love when I say contouring because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just see these makeup chicks online and I'm like, okay, well, they do darker here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just lightly pat it in here, and then I start blending it into my face. So the darker spot is gonna go right near my hairline, and then we blend, baby. We blend. And I can pull it down everywhere else. And I don't know about you, but my bathroom doesn't have great lighting. And so after I put my makeup on, I have to go in natural light, like right outside my bedroom, and look in a mirror to see if my skin is matching the rest of my body. So I just always put so much tanner on, and of course I could find a CC cream that matched my tanner, but I don't stay that tan all the time. It fades off, I get lazy, I don't wanna put it on, and then I don't match that color anymore. So I want my CC cream to be a little bit more pale, and so I can match that when I'm not putting tanner on, when I'm getting lazy, or just accepting my skin color for the color it is. Or the summer has come and I've embraced that sunshine. Okay. Okay, we're feeling pretty good. Down, down, down. Match, match, match. Now, oh, I don't want to close that because I'm going to do just a little blush. So I just have like a little angled brush here that I use for blush. So I'll just dab it in the little pink, and then I just do a little bit. I love blush. Some people don't do the blush. I like a little color on the cheeks. Oh yeah, I'm alive. I'm alive. You know, I'm in the 3rd trimester and I'm alive. Now, highlighter. It's got the highlighter here too. See how I get my mirror all dirty? But it has the highlighter here too. So no, dang it, I just did that in the blush. Julie, grow up. So I'll just dab that in the highlighter, and then I just do it right above the blush. So just a little bit here. I just do a little bit of a dab so you don't have too much of a streak. And I always do that. I don't know if that's like per se the best for cleanliness, but that's what I do. Just blow it off. Okay, that's it. No contouring of the nose. I'm just accepting my nose for the way it looks. That's it. Now, I like to do my eyeshadow afterwards. I know some people do their eyeshadow before their foundation, but it's hard for me to like see if it looks good unless I have my foundation set. So I'm using a Beauty Counter palette. I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, I've used a decent amount of them. I just like the pinks in this. I'm not a huge Beauty Counter fan of a lot of their other products, but I really like this one just because it doesn't have that fall that some of the eyeshadows do. So it doesn't fall down onto your face and then you try to get it off and it streaks and whatever. But Since I have a more pink skin tone, I find that pinks look better on me. I wouldn't say like, oh my God, I look so good in it, but it just goes well for a more natural look when I'm just kind of matching my pink undertones that I have. So I just do a little dab of this like lightish, whitish color. I'm not telling you should buy this, but it's the Cameo and the Candlelight. I'll link all these here, but I just dip those in the two of them, and then I just come and I just spread it on my eye here. I'm just getting this light pink look. Again, I go, cleanliness, not sure, I don't know. And then I put it on my lid. Look at that beautiful lid, okay? It's very, very non-intense. I don't want it to be like super obvious because most likely I'm gonna be going to the gym today. I'm gonna be going to my kitchen, maybe the grocery store. I'm not going anywhere fancy. So I'll do that on the lids here. Nothing crazy. And then I'll blend it up. So I always do a little bit more on the first layer of the lid, and then you start blending up as you go. So then you don't have those hard streaks where the line is like intense across the lid. That just like never looks good on anyone, honestly. So blend it up, okay? Now I'm gonna take a slightly darker color because I blended this a little bit higher. I don't even blend it all the way up to my lid or to my eyebrow, but I'm gonna take the Brulee color, which is just this like kind of lavendery pink color. And then I will just mix that. And I just do that in the crease of my eyelid. Okay, this is nothing fancy here. And honestly, if you're looking for an even more simple makeup routine, skip this. Who cares? You don't need shadow on. I just like a little bit. It just makes me feel like I have a little bit of dimension, you know? Okay. See, it's nothing crazy. It's very simple. So I can be in the gym and not look like I'm wearing full makeup, but if I wanted to, who cares? Come on. If you want to wear full makeup in the gym, go you, B. Go you. Now I have this eyebrow tint from my friend Leah who does my eyebrows. So this is just from her line that she created. I don't think you can even buy it online. It would be in person, but it's called the Brow Bar & Co. and I love it. And it's just a little guy, just a little guy. Look at that. There we go. And then I just fill in my eyebrows just to a darker color. So I'm naturally blonde. And so my eyebrows get blonde really quickly. I dye them every 3 weeks along with my hair. And I know that's crazy to some people, but I've literally done this since I was 15. I've just never felt like a blonde. I don't know what that even means, but when I see myself with dark hair, it just feels right for some reason. And so I just stick with dark hair. There we go. Just a little darker. Any of those blonde hairs that have come in, get away from here. Get out of here. I don't have time for you. Okay, now let's do just a little bit more shape on the lids. Now I could easily use a darker shade, this like Moto color from the Beauty Counter palette, but I just don't feel like it's dark enough. I want pretty black. And so I have this Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. Ooh, look how sassy that is. Oh, it's so cool looking. The freaking, yeah, she does a good job. So I just have this angled brush here. It's just an angled brush that you use for eyebrows or you can use for lids. So I'll literally, the blackest color here, I'm gonna tap my angled brush into that. And then, I always blow it off. And then I'm gonna make just a little cat eye. It's gonna be very simple. So I just come halfway in and I start pulling it out a little bit. So come in, and I just slowly start pulling it away from my eye, and I'm almost trying to hit this spot of my eyebrow. Obviously, don't bring it up that far, but pull that. Okay, see, now we just got a little dimension, okay? God, dimension's my favorite word for makeup. There we go. We're looking good. Are we? I don't know. Now I love it. It's very subtle. It's very easy. I often use a liquid eyeliner, but I find that if I mess up just a little bit, it just screws up my whole makeup look, because then I have to use a Q-tip and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So I love that for really striking looks, but for everyday look, this is so much easier. And honestly, you don't need to do this. I just like making my eyes look a tad bigger because I just have a little smaller eyes. And so I'd love to just add a little volume, just like I want volume into my hair, why I wear this giant headband. Okay, let's do the other eye. Same thing. Just middle of the eye, that's where I like to start. And then just pull it across like we're pulling to that edge of your eyebrow. That's it. It's very simple, nothing fancy in any capacity. This is not professional makeup status by any means. So now, last but not least, I think it's last but not least, how exciting. We're gonna just do some mascara. Everybody has a favorite mascara, or hates all mascara. I love this Thrive Cosmetics. It's a great cleaner option brand out there, and it's the liquid lash extensions. So it's like, what is it called? So what I love about this mascara is it gives you a ton of length, but then when you want to take it off, you just need water. That's it. So you just rinse your face underwater, they get really soft, and then you pull them off. It's tubular mascara, and so you literally just pull them off in between your fingers very lightly, and you don't have to rub your eyes to get the mascara off. I think it's just way better for your eyes long term with keeping them just a little bit healthier, the skin healthier. So I really love this mascara. So you know how to put mascara on. I'm not going to teach you anything new, but I just like to come at the base and kind of wiggle it just to pull the lashes up. I don't use an eyelash curler. I feel like my eyes are too small, that it gets too big and they just like crunch them up funny. So I don't care enough to use one. So I just put this mascara on. You know how to do this. You don't want to look up my nose while I do this. Hold on. Okay, there's one. Nice and simple. What I like about this mascara is you can just build it as much as you want. So you can have really lightweight lashes, or if you want a little heavier like I like to do, then you just build it and they just start extending. It's beautiful. You know, when you put mascara on and put it on and you're opening your mouth, trying to concentrate so much. So when I first met my husband, the first time he saw me putting makeup on, he's like, why do you have your mouth open? As I'm doing my mascara. And I'm like, I don't know. Have you put mascara on? Have you put a substance close to your eyeball every single day of your life? Once you have, then you can talk, okay? Then you can talk. Now, little tidbit that's been very helpful to me. If you get any mascara on your lid, don't wipe it off. Let it dry. Then take one of these little spiral brushes that you would use for lashes or for your eyebrow and let that completely dry. And then all you're gonna do is come up and wipe it off. Just a little fleck. Or if you drop something below, instead of wiping it and having to re-put on all your CC cream, foundation, whatever, let it dry, and then you can just get it off with a little flick of the wrist, okay? Flick of the wrist. How easy is that? Now, sometimes I'll put on some color on my lips if I'm going out somewhere. If I'm just going out for my day, I'm gonna use my favorite chapstick. All chapstick is a scam, I swear to it. It is a scam to make your lips more dry, and so you have to use more and more and more of it. Well, I found something that you finally don't have to do that. It's called Lanolips. This stuff is amazing. Someone told me about it on Instagram. I swear by it now. I just like to put a little bit on. Even if I'm putting lip stuff on, I put this stuff on first to lock everything in, and then I can put some color on top. But this stuff is the real deal. Oh yeah. Oh, my lips are like, thank you, daddy. Ooh, look at that pout. Okay. Now, if you want any color, I love just doing a little tinted chapstick. So this is Dr. Belmer. And I just like adding a little bit of color. You can see it's just a tinted chapstick. It's nothing fancy by any means, but since I got the Lanolips on there, a little lanolin, locking in the moisture, then I just put a little color on top. I feel like I wouldn't say $1 million, but $100, okay? It's very simple. I know this feels long, but I'm talking through all of this. You can do this makeup really quickly. If you wanna cut out time, you don't even have to do the angled brush on your lids. I just do mascara, and that's about it. But I truly swear by that CC cream, it has made a huge difference. Wait, I almost forgot. Okay, I've used this for so long. This is the Urban Decay All-Nighter. So I like spraying this if I know I have a long day ahead and I'm gonna have my makeup on all day. I'm not gonna be taking it off like halfway through the day. I do this makeup setting spray. This stuff is phenomenal. I haven't tried a lot of other setting sprays because I love this stuff so much. So you shake it up, you hold it like 6 inches away from your face and give it a couple sprays in different directions. Whew. And then just let that dry. It'll dry in a second and it'll just keep your makeup looking fresh all day. Really love this stuff and it lasts forever. I used it for the first time when I got married in Jamaica and I swear my makeup looked great all night, even while I was around a toilet by 9 p.m. At least I looked good, okay? This is why I don't drink. Now I swear by this CC cream. I can't recommend it enough. Obviously everybody's skin is going to be so different and your wants and coverage are going to be so different, but I feel like this gives really great coverage without being too heavy. It doesn't set in your fine lines or wrinkles or anywhere on the face. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And I hope my semi-contouring, you know, that's not professional whatsoever, helped you out. Okay, here we are. We are fresh-faced. We are ready to go with the day. Let's go grocery shopping. Let's do things. Maybe to get a workout in. We can do anything with this look, anything. Now, if you have any makeup products you swear by, you think it is the best, you've been using it for years, I wanna know. I wanna hear from you. Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it in any capacity, and don't forget to subscribe as well. We're just figuring out this makeup thing together, you know? We got each other's backs. Now, if you want to check out even more videos, I have a few coming up, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for joining me today. Now I am off.